It's amazing to meet India's first woman windfoiler, Katya Coelho, and I'm going to do a rapid fire with her so that we have interesting information about her as well as a lot of inspiration to carry back with us. So Katya, my first question to you, yes, you have been a youth Olympian. What did fame feel like at a very young age?
Well, honestly, my sport is a bit rare in India, so it wasn't like blown out of the proportion or anything for me. But that was the first time I saw myself on the cover of the newspaper, and I was just 14 at that time. So it was overwhelming. It was extremely exciting.
Yeah.
That was definitely one of the biggest competitions I've been to. So it was a really beautiful experience for me.
And being a champion at such a young age, you must have had a very strong and a very disciplined life. Tell us about discipline. What does it mean to you?
So I truly believe that sports builds character, you know. So the reason I am like this, or the reason I am this person today, is because 10 years back I chose this field for myself.
Yeah.
So being an athlete is not really easy, you know. I think it is sometimes the toughest thing to do, because you need to be completely disciplined, you need to be completely focused on your goal.
Yes.
And I've been doing that for around 10 years now. So discipline, I mean, just comes naturally to me because I've been doing it for so long.
And can you give us some diet tips? I mean, I don't even dare call it diet tips because I know that as a sportswoman, you need to be so strict with yourself and what you eat. Right. We'd love to know what is it that keeps you fit.
So for me, honestly, now that I've shifted from windsurfing to windfoiling, I don't have to be very strict with my diet because I'm not losing weight now. I'm trying to gain more muscle weight.
Okay.
But having said that, as an athlete, you need to be eating really good food, really nutritious food, because you need that kind of energy to sustain. And especially for the workouts we are doing, we are training 4 hours in a day, so you need to fuel yourself up. So I'm just having right now a really high protein kind of a diet with the right kind of calorie intake. Carbs are also very important. So it's a very balanced meal I'm trying to have here. So no diet per se. I have my cheat meals on the weekends. Sometimes ice cream is okay. So that's my diet.
That's nice. When I first met you, Katya, I hope you're comfortable with me asking this, but I remember you saying that you were going up on stage to give a speech,
right,
and you said, Rina, I'm so uncomfortable because I'm an introvert.
Right.
Tell us about confidence, because it's such a big word to so many of us, and I think it'll inspire a lot of youngsters to know, how do you build your confidence?
Okay, so for me personally, just going out there, that the first time I met you was the first time I was giving a speech, and to like so many women and empowering women, you know. So it was the first time and I was extremely nervous. But when you're telling your own story, you know, it's just the confidence inside you because you're speaking the truth. You're just speaking about your journey, and that's the tip you gave me. Yeah. So you said just speak what you really feel, and I think that's what I do, and that's why, you know, I'm able to just speak confidently because I'm speaking about my own journey. So I think that's the tip that you gave me actually, and I've just followed that.
Don't you think you get better at it the more you do it?
The more you do it, you do get at everything actually. The more you practice, the better you do it. So yeah.
So that's your tip for you. Just do it and then you'll feel the confidence coming through. I'd also love to ask you about how is Katya when she's not on the seas out there? What is family and friends all about?
So for me, family is everything. I'm very, very, very connected with my family. We are a huge family actually, you know, a typical Goan huge family. Okay. My father has 7 siblings, my mother has 1. So we are very connected with the entire family. We're around, I think, 36 of us from my dad's side, and then so many of us from my mom's side. And then the 5 of us, that is my mother, my dad, and the 3 siblings. We are all into sports. So even training is like a family adventure for us, you know. My dad is our coach. Now my sister has also joined us, and my brother, he is also trying to qualify for the Asian Games and Olympics, of course. So we are all, you know, training together. Nice. And for me, that's everything. For me, family is everything. Friends, yes, I do have a few friends. I'm not a very outgoing person because I'm working 6 days a week. So the only day I get off is on Sunday. Okay. So yeah, friends, yeah, sometimes, but mostly family.
When you say that I'm not so friendly, you've got 10,000 plus people following you on Instagram. Right. How does that feel when you know that so many people are watching you and want to know more about you?
That's really nice for me because I know that a lot of people are following me. They're trying to get motivated by what I do. Yeah. And it's also nice that in a certain way I can inspire people maybe to take up fitness or to take up any kind of sport. For me, I truly believe that even if I can inspire just 5 women to get into sports, that's my career made for me. For me, that's what achievement would be for me. That's very rewarding, because I have faced the struggle when I started sailing, being the only female competitor. Sometimes I had to race in the men's category, which was challenging, but it has made me a better sailor. So I've taken that in a positive light. But I know that there could be more females out there. There could be more females doing what I'm doing. It's not it's not something out of the planet or something. It's still here. So I believe that if I can motivate just a few more female to get into sports, that's great for me.
I think it's going to be 5 into 50 as far as your inspiration is concerned,
I really
Katya.
hope so.
Tell us about competing on an international arena. What does it feel like when you see everybody who you know is excellent with what they do? What does it feel like?
So first and foremost, for me, it's a sense of pride, because I get to represent my country, and not a lot of people get to do that. And when you're out there, India has never really reached these kind of competitions in windsurfing. So in this sport, it's something completely rare. Sometimes when I'm even participating in these events, they were like, there's windsurfing in India, there's windfoiling in India. So I'm like, yes, now there is. So for me, it's a matter of pride when I get to represent my country. And whatever I'm doing, I just hope to make my country proud and do the best I can to my capabilities.
Nice. We love that. You are making, of course, India proud. You're making Goa proud. And yes, we have this huge love for Goa. We love the fact that you're a true blue Goan. If you were to describe Goa in one word, what would it be?
If I was to describe Goa in one word, I think it would be love, because Goans are so friendly and so loving. And for me, the sea is like my passion, my love. So I think Goa, for me, one word would be love.
I love that. Katya, I also want to know from you, how has Goa lent to you being the champion that you are? I know that the world has got a perception about Goa. Right. We Goans have a perception about ourselves. Right. But I'd like you to tell us, what does it mean for you being and working and living in Goa and doing your sport, starting your sport from Goa?
Honestly, for me, being in Goa might be one of the reasons why I am where I am today, because I spend majority of my time training in Goa. So it's not like I'm going to other places to train. Majority of the time I'm spending in water, like this is my backyard. This is I live 2 minutes away from here. So this is what has always inspired me. The beaches, I've always loved the beach, I've always loved the ocean. And that's what Goa gives us, That's why so many tourists also come in, I believe, is because the vast beach and everything, it's not something that you'll see everywhere else, and Goa has its unique charm. So I really believe this is why this has definitely helped me become what I am. I hope that answers the question.
Totally answers the question. I believe that Goa gives everybody what they want to be, because there is scope to be creative, there's scope to be productive, there's scope to really be what you really want to be. And what we'd also like to know from the Katya Coelho is, what is the future all about? Can you imagine yourself winning more medals? Do you want to slow down? Do you want to maybe inspire more people? What is it that Katya Coelho will be doing?
So there's definitely no slowing down from here. I believe once you've conquered one mountain, now you need to be looking at a bigger mountain. And that is what my dad tells me, So just take it as it goes. My parents have always told me, just stay humble, stay grounded, but keep moving forward. So that is what I'm doing right now. I'm taking it competition at a time. I look to be, definitely win more medals for my state and for my country. And right now there's no stopping me, because I'm completely focused on this one.
Nice.
I plan on working extremely hard, and that's my plan.
I love that. I love the fact that you said that your parents have said you need to stay grounded. So of course they have been a great inspiration. But besides them, who else inspires you? Who do you look up to?
So I look up to a lot of the female athletes in India, honestly. Just the way they are. Even apart from sports, they are so humble and they are so approachable also, like to other people coming up to them. Sometimes when you reach that level, you don't even bother. But if you see some of our female athletes, they are really down to earth. And that is something I kind of love about them, because they've seen the struggle to where they are. And that is something only an athlete would understand, because sometimes you see the athlete, or you'll know about the athlete when they're on their peak. But the whole journey, what they've been through, no one else would really know. So an athlete would understand what it takes to be there, and that is something I really love about the other female athletes around, and those are people who I also look up to. Of course, there's Sania Mirza, PV Sindhu, but there's also Hima Das, and so many other new names now making headlines. So those are people I really follow and look up to.
Katya, there is a lot that goes into creating a champion, someone who can call herself a youth Olympian, someone who has won 10 gold medals, a silver medal recently at the 2022 Asian Championships. There is something that you would have inculcated, cultivated from a very young age. What is that quality that you've cultivated in yourself?
I honestly think it's discipline and focus, because these are the two most important things to do anything in life, I believe. Nice. And in sports, it's very important to be completely focused, especially for now the Asian Games. It comes every 4 years. Yeah. So it's coming in 4 years, and those 4 years you need to be dedicating completely to, so it's not a short span of time, it's 4 years of your life you're dedicating to something. So I think being focused and being mentally really strong, I think that is something that's really important, and that is something that I've learned very slowly throughout my journey.
Thank you so much. And of course, we've got a wide audience of all age groups looking at Katya Coelho very closely, listening to her. One thing about your daily habits, we know that what makes us is not what we do once, but what we do every day. What is it that you do every day?
Honestly, I wake up and I pray. Every day I'm very grateful for, just being able to do what I can do. There are many people who are not able to do, so for me, it's I'm extremely grateful every day. I wake up and I'm, always thankful because, so I'm very thankful every day to be able to do what I do. And it's also a set of the same thing, if the more you practice, the better you're going to become. So every morning, I know that I have to go to the gym, I have to get stronger, and then sail for 2 hours. So that is like my daily routine every day. So the more you do it, the better you get.
Katya, you've been amazing. You've been amazing for the last 15 years of your life, and I'm sure before that. And we wish you tremendous success over the next 50. Thank you for being such a warm, wonderful person. I'm going to give you a hug because you're really extremely endearing. Thank you for being a Goan,
Thank you so
if I can say that. And thank you for being on the show. You are kicking it off, the first Empowered Women of Goa, in this special series that we are going to be launching on the 8th of March, International Women's Day. Katya Coelho coming right there to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. In the 21st century, now that we are in, we have really seen a change, especially I have, because when I first started sailing, there were hardly any women. And now there are women getting into the sport. And in different fields of life, I think women are now taking the front seat. Even for me in my sport, I was the only Indian female to qualify 2 times for the Asian Games. Nobody else has ever done this. No male has also ever done this in windsurfing. So being a female doing that, for me, that's the biggest achievement, I believe,